Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to ServantKing TV. I'm your host, ServantKing, here on the Servant Reel. And y'all know what we do. Man, we talk to the entrepreneurs, the business owners, the creators, the influencers, man, and we kind of chop it up. We pick their brain and kind of get into what they're doing and all the things they got going on. And today, I got a special guest. I got somebody that's in the industry that we don't really hear a lot about, but he's going to kind of take us down that road. But before we get in that, we're going to get into another business that he got going on. So, without further ado, what's going on, Mr. Dexter Tranquille? What's up, bro?
Man, thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me be here.
Bro, I appreciate you for coming, bro. So first, bro, but before we get into your businesses, tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from?
Born and raised here in Jacksonville. All my life. I went to First Coast High School. 2008, graduated 2008 class. Just here in the community all my life. And
Well, tap into that, because that's odd. Like, you kind of hear that the other way around. So what was it that kind of shifted when you was in school?
just learning a lot about racial disparity, learning the real, the realness of the criminal justice system, the history of the criminal justice system. You learn the truth about it, and then
where it started from,
how it developed, because all you're getting is a modern form.
That's it.
Of what it
was,
and what it originated for.
You want to be a part of that?
Yeah, and I mean, I understand for the black, women and men that actually join law enforcement and why they pursuing, they trying to be like they helping the cause.
Right.
Instead of being a problem, you help the cause. But I felt like it was a different angle I could approach it from.
Right, absolutely. So when you came back, so first let's get into you own a landscaping business.
Yeah, that was my first venture.
Okay.
That was my first venture. And I came back from Jacksonville just with the American dream. Just thinking that, what they sold us, that if you go to college, you get your 4-year degree, you're going to come back, you're going to get a good paying job.
Right.
You're going to live good and, a good standard of living.
Right.
And that wasn't the reality that I was getting once I got back.
You got back at that job.
Man, I got back to Jacksonville with a lot of debt.
Yeah.
And out here in the job market, my first job was actually working at Samsonite.
Okay.
A little warehouse job, making like less than $10 an hour.
But you was working.
But I was working, man. But I always had that work ethic, so that was above everything. So just coming back and getting jobs like $12 an hour, and I'm a job hopping.
Yeah.
At this point, because I'm not getting satisfied with where I'm at. Like, man, I should be getting paid more.
Right. Especially the way I'm working.
Yeah, compared to the debt that's over my head, man, this is not gonna do it for me. They expect me to pay back these student loans. With the income that I'm reaching, it just wasn't separating and spreading the right way. So I was just frustrated.
Right. I heard that before when somebody told me. He was like, man, bro, they convinced me to go to school, get a good job, and now I got to use the good job to pay for the school. Like, that's
catch-22, man.
It's a catch-22.
Man, you can call it a lot of things.
Right, I got you.
But I'm
call it
just calling it catch-22, man.
Because,
school is a good thing. I mean, I would never want to go back in reverse, because that was a lot.
Right, that was part of life. Yeah.
Outside of school.
Right.
The people I met, the experiences that I can't even quantify.
Yeah.
They're the real things that actually hold true to why I'm thankful for going to school.
And that's the thing. We never knock in college, because it's all about what you do with the school. You know what I mean? It's all about what you do with it. If you go to the military, it's all about what you do with it. You get a job, it's all about what you do with it. You go to school, it's all about what you do with it.
Exactly.
You understand?
You always gonna get what you put in.
Exactly. So we're not knocking college.
Yeah, definitely not knocking college. I loved it. It was the best times of my life. Enjoyed Tallahassee and all the clubs and all the corners of Tallahassee.
Right. Straight up.
Definitely, for sure.
Straight up. So you come back, the job's not working, so you like, I got to start a business. Yeah. So you jump into landscape. Tell us the name of your business, but then get into what was the first thought. Like, was it, man, I need to get something of my own going, or like, just what was it that first said, hey, let me step into the landscape?
So the business is Tranquility Lawns, LLC, just for y'all that don't know. We trying to make it a household name, just rebranded, just got new logos, new equipment for the company. So, yeah, we definitely making a push for the 2021 season.
Okay.
But it really started off with, like I said, just being frustrated. I actually was between jobs at the time when I actually started the company. I took what I knew. I took what I knew from my life experiences, and it was something that when it first started the company was me laying side. And that's what we specialize in too. Sod application. So I actually sod in my mom's yard.
Right.
Took her whole front yard. Her whole front yard was dying.
Right.
So I came in there and pulled all the dead grass out and actually put the new grass in there. And now we had some leftover grass. This is actually how it started. Had some leftover grass from her project. And instead of just throwing it away, we decided to take it and go down the street and try to sell it to a neighbor.
Okay.
And then when I got the neighbor, he was like, "Hey," I convinced him, "Hey, you want to buy this grass?" He bought the grass. He also then paid for my labor to put it in his yard.
Okay.
So he's still one of my customers to this day.
Straight up.
But I resodded his whole front yard,
Right.
and it still looks beautiful and green to this day. And that actually just motivated me and say, you know what?
I can do this.
I can make a living out of this. If I get enough people and I convince enough people to pay me to resod their yard, and then it started from sodding. So I wanted to resod yards, and then after that, it was the full.
Right.
I can go do everything. I can go cut yards. I can
Right.
go do this, trim trees.
Right.
I can do it all.
Right. So it started like with one layer, which is the sod, but like you say, with any business, you started to grow. So
right.
hey, no, we're gonna cut too.
You see the the needs, people needs out there. And you just meet people needs.
Right.
That's all it is.
So how long? Okay, now how long has it been that you've been in that particular industry? It did tell me like what is it that you see? You know what I mean? Like what is it that you're trying to do?
It's all about what you want to be. That's one thing I noticed. Like, I've been in the industry for going on 3 years now. And it's all about what level you want to set for yourself.
Okay, right.
I see guys come in there and they just want to be the little average lawn man.
Yeah,
they got a truck, a trailer, a mower,
cut and blow your yard.
And they just coming around the neighborhood. But you got to envision for yourself, for your company to be larger than that. And you put forth the effort and brand for it. That's one thing. The most thing you got to ask for what you really want.
Ask for
if
what
you really asking for what you want, God is gonna deliver eventually. Might not be as soon as you want.
Right. But it's on time.
But it's gonna. And he delivered for me because I knew he already got heard my frustrations working the jobs. As I was transitioning, I had knew that if I did this, I wanted it to be big, like Brightview big. I'm not sure if you.
Yeah, I know. Right? They got all the commercial contracts or something.
That's one of the first things I did when I started business. I looked at all the large companies and I said, I want to be that large. I don't want to be just average Joe. And it takes time. I'm on year 3. Like I said, going to year 3. Last year was a big test for any entrepreneur, any businessman. But we bouncing back and we getting stronger. That vision is still strong for where we want to be at.
Speak to that, man, because I think we have a lot of that, especially in our community. Like, we'll leave the job, but then we'll just create our own job, right? So what I mean by that, so you start the lawn service. And, of course, at first, I got the cut, I got the rake, I got the blow. But the goal should eventually be to develop and hire people to do that. But you said you had that mindset from the jump, like you was already on that. I ain't doing this.
I mean, my ultimate goal, because I already knew, I could tell God blessed me with a mind more so than my hands.
Right. Yeah.
Some people that I could just tell, we weed them out in life that you just tell they more able to use their hands more than
them out.
So I just knew that if I could develop it, I can use my mind to work for me more than I can,
use my hands.
Way better than my hands. But I was willing to do all the work.
Right.
I was willing to put in the work, and I knew what it took. Got to be the head, especially as an owner and as a you got to be the head. So there's nothing that you can't say you're willing to do.
Right. And I think it's better that way because now you know what you can expect because you done did it. So if I say you can cut this many y'all or whatever it is, I know it can be done because I set the standard, and everything from there trickles down. So I can't expect. Say, for instance, even when I had employees, we had to cut back a little bit now, but even when I had employees, I had to make sure that I was setting the standard. Right.
Everything they were going to do was going to fall under that.
Mm-hmm.
That they work ethic was going to be a reflection of mine.
Or whatever yours is,
And that's another thing a lot of people fail to realize. They think they can just hire people and they're going to work more productive than they do.
Right. No, they're going to do what they see.
That's the exact opposite of being a boss.
Yeah. Bruh. So this is what I really want. So what I really want you to tap into, man. So you're doing the line service, and now you got First Stop Bailbonds, which is an industry that's always been interesting to me, bro. Like, like, I think it's interesting to anybody because very few people that use it on the other side of the law.
Right.
So you be like, bro,
you got the people that are like jailhouse lawyers.
Yeah, man.
They know all the laws.
They know all the laws.
They think they know all the laws.
And you in here, you know what I'm saying?
In case maybe. And
so got First Stop Bailbonds. So talk about that transition from you got the lawn care business, right? That's going the way you wanted to.
Right.
Now, what pushes you to say, okay, now I'm finna step into that? Well, I know you talked about you always want to be a part of kind of the criminal justice. So was that what it was, or kind of?
It was a mixture of a lot of things, man. I had the bail bonds thing going in the background.
Okay.
Because there's a whole process to becoming a bail bondsman. Okay. So I actually been hollering, I'm gonna be a bail bondsman years ago. People thought I was fully licensed years ago.
Oh, okay.
I actually was just in the process. I was a temporary license. So this is the process. You can go on my website, firststopbailbonds.com, and you can register right now to become an agent. I do not scare anybody, participating and getting into the industry that I am. A lot of room for growth. You get through the process of becoming an agent. There's a job for you at First Stop Bailbonds, definitely. So basically, all you got to do is there's some classes, some series of classes. One's a 120-hour class that takes about 2 weeks. Once you complete that class, there's another class at JAU. Last time I checked, it was about 3 years ago, or so maybe about 4 years now. That JU offered the class. It was a secondary class. That was a 20-hour course. Once you do that, you apply with the Department of Financial Services. They're the actual department that governs all bail bondsmen. To be honest, this is something that they don't really tell you, but we are actually just insurance agents.
Yeah. Right, just ensure that somebody I got you.
We're insurance agents. We are backed by a large insurance company that gives us the authority to write bonds.
Right, and all the outside know is y'all get people out of jail.
All we know, and that's the whole. There's a big misconception that we take get the money and and that's just it. We take the money and we just fill in our pockets. And
right.
Write these get out of jail free cards or something like that, but that's not the case.
Right. So. All right, so you already got that going. You say before you even start the lawn service, you kind of already got that going on in the background. So what makes you say, all right, now I'm finna take it to a point where it ain't finna just be temporary no more. I'm finna make this.
It was actually like COVID, man. COVID, because Tranquility Lawns was going strong. Right. I mean, 2019, we started so strong. I seen numbers, growth. My company that very little get the experience.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, we seen once I got a major contract my first year. In the business, and we were doing big numbers. So I was fully dedicated. To Tranquility Lawns. I was spending 12 hours a day cutting grass.
Right.
I just didn't have the time to go back and didn't see it at first. But COVID actually slowed me down. It slowed everything down and allowed me to say, you know what, I need to diversify myself. Because if I can't, if something goes left with something like this, I need to have a little insurance. And that's when I realized, hey, I need to focus about getting my license. And I was just close away from where I have to restart the whole process that I was.
Because it was about to expire or something like that?
Yeah, they were about to expire all the classes that I had took because I had just put it off on the back burner. To be honest, I was really scared, because I was scared to take the exam. That was my only part that I had left. I had literally completed the internship, because after you do the coursework, you have to do a year internship with the standing agency.
Wow, okay.
So that's also an offer for me. If you go through the courses, I will allow you to do an internship with me. So once you do that internship, you have to take in a state exam. And literally, that state exam I put off for months. Because I was just nervous and I was going to fail it. And you only get 2 attempts before you have to restart the whole process.
Oh, yeah.
It was nerve-wracking to me, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So, take it. Now, you say COVID hit. So, of course, I think that's what a lot of people, especially entrepreneurs and people with that, they didn't let COVID knock them down. They was like, all right, now I need to shift. So you say, all right, well, let me use something I already got and make it official. So now you in the bail bond. So now you know you got to break this down for me, bro, because I'm always interested in this.
That's just
All right. So I go to jail. My mama need to get me out. My bond, 100,000. All right. My mama come to you, Dexter. My son in jail. His bond is 100,000. Go.
all right. So went from there. All right. You're court and you're expected to pay the 10%.
Right.
And there's by law you have to pay the 10%. So from there, I discuss and have a conversation with the what they technical word for it is indemnitor.
Okay.
Fancy word for cosigner.
Right. And that cosigner will be my mom, whoever coming to speak to you on my behalf.
Right.
Okay.
And that would be the person that's coming to get you out.
Okay. Okay.
Usually, typically, a lot of times it's moms, grandmothers, girlfriends, something in that nature.
Right.
So yeah. So when they do come, I tell them, all right, what can you put down on that? That 10,000, which is 10% of that 100,000. I request that about half of that.
Okay, up front. So you
Up
need at
front.
least 5 before you start your process.
Right.
Okay.
Think, I just want to, add my pockets and everything, but there's a certain percentage I gotta pay to my insurance company writing that bond.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
you don't like it's not like you keeping the whole.
Yeah, I'm not taking the whole 5,000
Right.
and everything like that.
Okay.
I take a certain percentage and I have to send that to my insurance company immediately. So, I take mine and I try to clear that. Whatever I discuss with them, I try to clear that, but
right.
it happens.
Okay.
I get my certain percentage.
Right. Yeah, and you should. Like I don't know why people think they should get paid.
So and that's what I do. That's where my discretion comes along. That's where my heart comes along. I try my best as a business owner to help people.
Right.
Actually, to be honest, this is how I got into the business of getting in trouble myself. So one time, so that's exactly how I got introduced to it. So I try my best to help out people where I can on that down payment part, and then try to help along with the payment aspect.
All right. So I guess it's one of them either or situations. So if they ain't got the 5 to give you, there's really nothing you can do.
Yeah, I mean, I try to get it down to that minimum number that I can take, so the insurance company gets paid.
Right.
And then I'll collect mine on the back end through payments.
Right. Okay.
But if they can't meet that threshold, there's really nothing I can do for them.
So what is it when I hear people say they put their house up? You know what I'm saying? That maybe they didn't have the money, but the house sold. Is that something, kind of explain that whole process?
Yeah. Now, see, typically when you have a cosigner, that is like collateral. That person is basically pledging on paperwork that they sign and that they are basically collateral for that bond.
Okay. So if I buck,
Mom
dude's gonna be held.
Mom dude's gonna be held accountable financially.
Okay. Right.
You buck, the court's gonna send me a letter saying, hey, so and so buck, you have to pay this full amount at $100,000. So that's when I reach out to a family member and let them know that it's it's time. You can either make a decision whether you want to turn that individual in, or you want to pay that price.
Right. So so the person that's held accountable, they can either give you up or they have to pay.
Right.
Oh,
okay. Because
Okay.
basically the paperwork that you're gonna be signing towards is gonna say something along the lines that you're not assisting.
Right. We get here. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And basically that's the failure to appear. If you're not assisting with it, then it's a contract.
Right.
So,
Right.
And then it turns into a financial, like a civil lawsuit.
Right.
The back end event.
Right. Oh, okay. So let's get to the good part. Somebody booked, right? And y'all have to go get them.
Yeah, every licensed bail bond agent, and I'm gonna clear all the little smoke in the air.
Yeah, go ahead, because it's a lot, bro.
You dog the bounty hunter.
You listen, you know that's air. That's what everybody think about.
That's the big thing.
Hey, that's a big thing, boy.
Where's Dog the bounty hunter?
Dave Dog don't be playing, man. He gonna get the boy.
He gonna get him, huh, man. It's that. And to a certain extent, his show is scripted.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. I figured that.
To a certain extent, I'm pretty sure he gets his clients to sign waivers to participate in the activity that they're doing. But in the state of Florida, every licensed bail bond agent is a recovery agent. You don't use the term bounty hunter.
Oh, okay.
Technically.
Right. Okay.
But
okay,
you'll
okay.
see that the term is still widely known
Right.
as widely known as bounty hunting. But we are all recovery agents.
Okay.
So for the bonds that we write in the insurance company that we write for, we allowed to go find fugitives.
Okay.
In the event like somebody fails to appear, we got a certain time frame. Had that person returned to the clerk, the courts, or the jail system. We were required to pay that full amount.
Oh.
So that $100,000 gotta have you back in jail by a certain time frame.
Wow. Okay, and then if you don't, then y'all got to go holler at the
The
co-signer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what happens if the co-signer out about the system? Is it?
I mean, at that point, you have already signed on all the paperwork that you
so.
initiate, and then at that point, it's just a civil lawsuit.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, we gonna try to collect the best way we can.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, the bounty hunting, it's a fun aspect. State of Florida, you can't be a convicted felon to participate in any bounty hunting or any bail bonds process. So, dog, he actually is a convicted felon, but he's actually just a bounty hunter in Hawaii.
Okay.
The laws are a little different in Hawaii.
Okay.
So in Hawaii, you can be a bounty hunter, convicted felon, but you can be a bounty hunter, but you can't write bonds.
Okay.
So what you were seeing on the show was wife was writing the bonds.
Got you.
His son was a bail bondsman. They both had their own offices.
Okay.
And he was just a bounty hunter for both of them.
Got you.
That's all he was. He was just a recovery agent for them.
Right. Okay, everybody played their role. That's why she did we got to go get in the line. Son did the.
She did all the paperwork. He did all the hunting and stuff like that. So that's how they got around that legally.
Okay. So as a recovery agent, though, what's your boundaries? Because of course, when you're looking at dog, he ain't got none. You pull up, hop out.
Yeah, you think.
No matter where you at, if he catches up.
Now we have arresting power. We actually have the authority to enter in a dwelling that we have more than reasonable doubt that individual is in that place.
Got you.
Yeah, if you see us and we outside your house,
somebody told us you in there.
Yeah, if we have a reasonable doubt that person in there, we got the right to kick the door.
Yeah,
no questions asked. We can definitely apprehend anybody that's. I got a duty belt with handcuffs and all that stuff right in my truck right now.
Oh, so they really stamp y'all for real. They give y'all the whole.
Oh, they don't give it to us. We have to.
Y'all got to purchase it.
Yeah, we got to get it ourselves.
Yeah,
That's the crazy thing. Yeah, they don't give it to us, but you can go get it all. And I have done a couple of apprehensions.
So that's what I'm gonna get to, Russell. You got to share a story,
man.
And you ain't got to say no names.
I tell you a story, and I'll put you in the actual actually happened, man. This is the biggest one I had. It's actually the biggest bond I had wrote up until now. It was $132,000.
Okay.
It was the bond that I wrote. And the individual was facing several charges. Heavy charges here. He wasn't even from Jacksonville.
Now hold on. All right. So when you say the bond you wrote, the $132,000, that's not the 10%. That's not the 10%. It's 10% of the 132 that somebody owe you, or the 132 is the 10%.
No, the 132 is the full amount. The 10% of that was like $13,000.
Okay.
$13,000 and some dollars. Yeah, he didn't even pay all of it. Honest. I took it like maybe $8,000 down on that one. But so he told me he was gonna go to court.
Right.
We in communication. Hey man, you got a court date coming up. He's like, my attorney told me not to go to court. The attorney ain't never gonna advise you to do that, because if that's the case, you have a warrant for your arrest right after that. So he was under the expectation that they was gonna arrest him at his court date, so he was scared to go. Some other charges that he was facing, so he was scared to go to court. So, all right, we about 20 days in from him failing to appear. I'm calling moms, I'm calling girlfriend, calling friends. Everything that he left on his paperwork, trying to locate him. Locate him. At that point, nothing turns up. He's a Orlando native. So some time in Orlando. A lot of my friends, they follow me on Facebook and social media, and they see me out in places like that.
So that's what it is. I caught you. Yeah,
they think I'm always playing.
Vacation.
Yeah, I'm always on vacation, but low key I be working a lot of the time.
Okay.
So you might catch me in a hotel.
Right. You think I'm chilling?
Yeah, I might be on the clock.
Right.
So,
Okay.
So that's what a lot of times. So yeah, I spent a good time in Orlando just casing, just looking, doing the part of the aspect that I never hoped to get to, but you just have to. You're gonna cross that bridge as a Bailbondsman. So couldn't find them in Orlando.
Okay.
Here we fast forward. And it was a stressful time in my life, man. Ex my girlfriend. I was going through it, man. It comes to a point where it'll put your business in jeopardy. You can't locate a person like that.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is if I can't identify a person in a certain time, yes, I can start a civil suit against the person, the co-signer. Yeah. But at the same time, they require my company to pay a certain amount of that.
Right. Regardless if you catch the person or not.
Yeah, immediately to them. So I can get mine on the back end from the co-signer, but I got to do it immediately.
Right.
So we got all the way down to 7 days. 7 days left.
Oh, okay. 7 days for him to show up.
7 days for me to...
before you owed the full amount. Okay.
Well, I was required to Duval County Circuit Courts that whole $132,000. Definitely stressful.
I already know,
definitely stressful
time.
So me and my girlfriend had a conversation. I was like, the girl that brought me the money, girlfriend, she had told me her activities that she did. She was a dancer and everything like that. Told me some locations she had danced at. I was like, yeah, let's go to Daytona and see if I can find it in Daytona and see if something comes up. So we went to Daytona, got a hotel room the night in Daytona, in the one strip club. It was dead. Nobody there. Okay. To this next spot, it was more alive and vibrant. We stayed around there. So I stayed in there. Had a picture of the girl. Then next thing you know, I saw her.
Saw her. Okay, so you was looking to arrest her.
No, I was using her
to lead. Okay, because she's probably gonna lead you to him.
There's a rule to this that if you got a girlfriend, you're only gonna spend about 4 or 5 days before you make contact.
Right. Okay. Right. I got you. All right. So,
I stayed true to that rule. If I can find her, she gonna lead.
She gonna lead me to him every time.
She gonna lead
time.
Me to him.
Okay.
So I stayed true to that rule. Found her doing her thing as normal. We waited till she was, got off work. Then I just followed her. I followed her to a motel room in a motel in Daytona. It was God, man. 'Cause the next, that night, I couldn't find them. They went in. She went into a motel after I followed them. I couldn't find what room she went into, so I left back to my hotel and came back the next morning. I sat out there for about. The next morning, I got out there like 7 that morning. We didn't leave and see her come out the room till about 3.
Afternoon.
Yeah, so I sat out there a good 5 hours almost.
Right.
Just looking, man. That was so hard to maintain focus. Yeah. So that was like times I was nodding off, but I already know I had to stay focused.
She was on a real stakeout.
Yeah. Oh, man. Got to about 3 o'clock that evening, and I was about to give up. And I was just telling my girlfriend, I was like, you know what? Well, we about to go home. Started the truck up, literally. Then was about to then drive when I seen her walk out the room. Walked out the room, I felt like a new life came over me. Right. New life came over me, so I'm like, all right. And then went back in the room in about an hour.
Same room. Okay, so when she came out of the room, she wasn't going nowhere. She just was going to do something at the hotel.
Yeah, she was just going out taking a little smoke breaks.
Okay.
So just watched her pop out the room, take some smoke breaks.
Okay.
And then she went back in the room, and then about an hour he popped out.
Okay.
I saw his face. It was on.
It was on. Yeah.
No time.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving this place till I get this man in hand.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and then I tried to get Daytona Beach Please shout out to them because they did not come through. Don't
Okay.
believe everything he said. They told me they were gonna come and assist me with the arrest. They did not come at all. I would still be sitting out there to this day
Really,
waiting.
bro?
Yes, man.
Oh man.
It's a little, you know, it deals with civil matters and the fact that he hasn't have a probable cause for them to make an arrest.
Oh, okay. When you say he ain't got a probable cause, what's the probable cause? He didn't jump bail.
Technically, he has a warrant.
Okay.
But it's a civil warrant.
Ah, okay. Not a criminal. Not a criminal warrant.
Not a criminal warrant because it's the fact that he didn't go to court.
Okay.
So that's just like a civil matter. And he didn't commit a criminal act by not going to court.
Okay.
So they don't want to assist and get involved in that. Technically, that's why we're here anyway.
Right.
We're the ones that are supposed to, that are using taxpayer dollars to catch people that don't go to court.
Okay.
That's why we're in the process anyway.
To use the dollars that they spent anyway.
Right.
Okay.
So all right. That's our main reason of being here.
So
anyway.
they ain't supposed to come there. They ain't coming.
So they didn't come. But they can come to assist. They can come in to make sure that in the event that you have an apprehension that, you know, make sure everything goes safe.
Okay.
So they can come just to observe. That's all they're supposed to do. They didn't come do that.
Right.
So it came to it got about 12 o'clock that night.
Y'all still outside?
Yeah, I'm still outside this guy's place, man. I'm thinking he's going to dip at any moment. So I knew I wasn't going to let this go into the next day. All my recovery team from Jacksonville, a lot of experienced individuals that work on the recovery team for me. Former JSO, one of the guys is former CIA.
Okay.
So yeah, real deal.
Right. Got some real hitters on the team.
Yeah, definitely got some real hitters.
Yeah.
So we called those guys. They came down and they assisted me, and we gave a warrant to the owners of the property. They allowed us to enter into the suite. So went in there. It was like, you know, out of body experience.
Right.
You know, can't even understand. Like, I don't know how to describe it, man.
So the look on his face though had.
Oh yeah, he was playing PlayStation. Wasn't expecting anything.
Oh man.
So yeah, busted in the room, grabbed him. When it was a weight lifted off of my shoulder.
Yeah, I already know.
Instant weight.
What day of this that you can't remember? You said when you first thought with let's get on her. Let's start following her. You said it was about 7 days left.
That's 7 days. Man.
Oh, so it was 7 days still left.
Yeah, within that time frame. If I would have, 7 more days, I would have had to pay that full amount.
Right.
Then I would still locate him.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I would have to they would pay me back the money
that you paid. Okay.
Yeah, that I gave to him.
Okay. So all right. So once you got them caught, then whoever co-signed or whoever is responsible for him, they still have to pay though, right? Because he's already, even though you got him back in jail, they still have to pay because he didn't go to court on the date that he was supposed to.
And technically, there's some recovery fees that I can...
all that.
Yeah,
okay.
There's some other fees that are associated with him missing and out and everything that I could charge it for the hotel room. Everything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, if I would have... It's worth it. I could turn it to a civil matter.
I got you.
I could turn it to a civil matter, take it to court, sue it for hotel fees, all the expenses for apprehending him, and everything like that, plus the amount that But it's I try to let people slide a little bit. Life is what it is. I was more thankful to have that person apprehended and back in the court. It was definitely a weight lifted off my shoulders.
What's the probability? So when you go in, y'all get somebody out. Like, do you you go by looking at them like, man, I know these niggas ain't gonna pay the rest, or do you be like, oh, these people going, or they probably not? Like, what's the?
So first thing we do, and we look at their background. So we go back into their court cases and look to see if they got a lot of failure to appears.
Okay.
That's the first telltale sign. What you gonna deal with?
Right.
If a person got a history of not going to court, then most likely they ain't going to start going to court.
Right.
So that's the first thing. So if you want to get bonded out by a bondsman in Jacksonville, go to court.
Right.
As soon as we start to see you don't have them failure to appears or not present in court, we're not going to drop the bond.
So you don't have to, okay, I was going to say, so you don't have to take, Like if I come to bond bail somebody out and you look and say, man, this Joey here, I'll never go to court. You don't have to take my money. You can be like, I ain't
full discretion.
Okay.
You can get X'd out by every bail bondsman in Jacksonville, and you be sitting fish. You don't know.
Okay.
If they look at it, and a lot of times it's people that are like, traveling through, they get arrested. You might be from another state. You come through here, get arrested. Now you locked up, and in the bond out, you look like you have no ties or connections to Duval County.
So once you get out, you out anyway.
When they look at that, and we all assess it, we're gonna look and see that you out of state. You have no connections to Duval, and probably no family here. Then that's the thing. It's like you're not gonna go to court.
You ain't going.
You ain't gonna go to court. Who would?
Right.
If I stayed in another state and I got a little, maybe a little, misdemeanor charge here. What's the likelihood I'm gonna go to court?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Y'all gonna issue a warrant that's way out of state.
Yeah.
And that's why you rarely see it, man. It's once.
But so like, what's the outside of the out of state people? What's the likely? You know what I'm saying? Out of 10 people, how many people gonna jump bail? What's your average when it comes to that?
It's actually higher than. I think I do my due diligence to get out the bail.
Right, I got you.
Try not to be. I try not to be money hungry.
Yeah.
Easily get caught up in the money.
Yeah. I got
all the dollar signs, but I definitely try my best to weed out, certain ones. But I apologize.
You good?
But yeah. I actually only had one forfeiture. That was the one case that I just explained.
Okay.
And I've probably written over bonds or more.
What's up?
But it's actually low. I think I just, I make a real connection to my clients. I let them know that, hey, man, I'm here for you. This is something for, I'm here for, let them know that I'm here for them to be successful.
Right. And I'm not just about the money.
Yeah,
I think that makes people want to pay. Want to do what's right.
And I'm like, hey, man, I'm doing a favor for you. I usually come in lower than a lot of these, bondsmen trying to help people out. Right. So I was like, hey, if I lend you a hand, lend me a hand.
Lend me a hand.
You do us right, I'm gonna do us right for you. So. Yeah.
I see you just got your office. Yeah, just open up an office downtown. I see when you posted that. That's what's up. But it seems like downtown is Bail Bondsman City though. Like, it's so I guess because the jailhouse downtown, it makes sense to be down. I guess I'd be saying, dog, all them other bail bondsmen right up in there. But I guess that's the spot to go to because the jail right there is quicker.
It is. It's the 21st century, man. We all got cars, so you don't have to have your bail bond office like right downtown or right by the jail. As long as it don't take you a day and a half to get there. Yeah. It's okay. My first office was at Cassett Avenue. It was thriving. It was fine right there.
Okay.
Just something about being downtown.
Yeah. Because you would think by the time somebody walk out of there, they going straight to.
And I'm conveniently located between the courthouse and the jail.
That's what I'm saying. So you got right in the middle. Anyway, I got to pass you anyway.
I don't like to be all congested where they got 1,000 of them all. Because it's like the person comes down there, it's like when I go to when I go to. So I just wanted to find somewhere I felt like I was in no competition.
Right,
no immediate competition. Just a comfortable environment for my clients.
And that's what's up. I thought that was your first office, so this not your first office space.
No, I actually was trying to start an office in Brevard too, actually down south.
Okay.
Those things kind of fell through with that. But
so you good in the state of Florida?
Yeah.
You get that? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. As long as I register with any jail, I got the paperwork to register with any jail in Florida.
Okay.
As long as I register with the jail, I can drop a bond in any county.
Okay. So whatever county you go to, you got to first take your paperwork to the jailhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know, hey, this is what I'm here now.
I'm official.
Right.
And they'll let me come and drop a bond.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, bro, what's your vision? Like, we talked about when you got into the landscape and you knew Brightview and all these different little companies was kind of like, kind of the standard, kind of somewhere you was gonna try to reach. and get vans and get employees, what's the goal for for First Stop Bailbonds, and is that possible with a Bailbonds company to have them?
Yeah, it's definitely absolute as a more statewide presence.
Okay.
That's one of the ones I know. That's one thing I plan on doing. Check it out as soon as possible.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, so I plan on, like I said, I just got the website up probably about a week and a half now.
Yep.
And I just put up the portal so you can the application to become an agent.
Okay.
And like I said, that's my whole envision.
Yeah.
It's not
so
just for me.
But you want to have them throughout. So can you? Is Bailbond is that industry fit for? I guess I don't want to use the word franchising, but kind of like that model.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, you can definitely franchise it. Yeah, because you just take the brand name, you start a business in that area,
right? You just go down,
and then once you're a licensed agent, there's so much into that because I don't want to go into it because there's so many.
I know it's a lot of nuances and all. I got you. But it is capable though.
It's definitely capable. Okay. Yeah. Make It Happen has several agents that work for them.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody knows that one.
Everybody knows that.
In Jacksonville, but that's what I want. That type of presence where I won't just be here in Jacksonville. You won't have to worry about me traveling to another city, another city. So I have an agent in hands off of Tampa, Tallahassee. Always want to go back home to Tallahassee. Just in the major cities.
Let me ask you that. So let's say that same story you had. If you had a Bailbonds in Daytona, you could have just called them to pick them up.
If you got a network of if they recovery, specialists. If they specialize in it, not every Bailbondsman likes to do recovery.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's a little risky game.
Okay. So I could just be one that you just come to and I get you out, but I might not have the actual agents to go and get the person. Right.
Yeah. Some companies have their own agents in house that do strictly recovery. Mm-hmm. Some of them they outsource for it. So yeah, if I did, and that's the whole plan, I do want to have that. I want to have not recovery because I don't want to. Hopefully, I want to brand my business around by just.
Well, I don't even have to do that. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have maybe 1 or 2 covered teams, but also just to have the accessible. And then if need be, maybe in pods, maybe have one for the down south, one for the north area.
I got you. Okay. Well, yeah, the vision is to grow.
But the vision is that we're not doing recovery. We're just helping people get out of jail, and we're going to stay out of jail.
Yeah. Oh, man, I kind of talk about, before we go, I want you to talk about some of the things that pros, right? I know we talking about Bailbonds, we can kind of get into the negative side, which is the fun side for the outside looking in, right? Because that's what we see, you know what I'm saying? That's the action part. But, of course, like you say, when it comes to me trying to get somebody and get my money, it can get intense.
It definitely can.
What's some of the pros, bro, to just entrepreneurship, period, man? And you got 2 businesses that you're currently trying to grow. What's kind of the benefit of that?
I think it's the fulfillment, if anything. I work, and I always had the work ethic.
Yeah.
I worked on people's jobs, and one thing I've learned from that's one of my last jobs was Steinmart.
Oh, yeah.
And I really was trained in their culture, Steinmart culture. And I learned though that learning the purpose of the business, the history of the business, you learn that was their goal.
Mm-hmm.
Striving
to become Steinmart and have workers.
I was striving towards that individual's goal.
Right.
And that's why I knew why I couldn't get my 100% in life. So that's what's most fulfilling for me is that I'm giving 100% of my energy day in and day out towards my goal.
Right.
I mean, if you have a shared goal through friends and stuff like that, it's awesome. If you can have a partner, have a common goal, and y'all create a common goal, and y'all can reach that.
Right.
It's the same fulfillment.
But
having my own purpose and having my own vision, really.
Well, first, bro, tell people where they can find you at on social media, but also let us know where we can get your. If we need some lawn services, give us the website, how to reach you, and then also with the Bailbonds.
So yeah, we're working on the website right now. It's tranquilitylawns.com. So we're working on that one. That'll be actually up right now, but we still developing it. But you can contact us for any lawn service. We do, like I said, we specialize in sod application, tree trimming, and just the mow and go. So if you need us for any regular services, you can contact us at 944-2404. That's 904-944-2404. Or you can reach out on us by the website as well right now. Allow us to email us, and then we can get you on the list. Any regular scheduled services. First stop Bailbonds. We're now located at 337 West Forsyth Street. Downtown, we conveniently located right across the street from TIAA Bank building. TIAA Bank. Right next to Whispers. So if y'all know y'all like to hang out and stuff like that, I know y'all know where Whispers is.
Yeah,
so
right.
We right next to Whispers. I just met the owner of Whispers. He's a cool guy. So we're going to be having a launch party soon. I'm just throwing that out there now. The date coming up soon.
Y'all gonna have it at Whispers?
Yeah, we're gonna have it at Whispers. I already talked to the owner, so we're gonna have a nice little party there to commemorate ending up.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, I'm located off of 337 West Forsyth. The number is 904-305-8989. First stop Bailbonds. Make first stop your only stop. So definitely. That's it.
Man, bro, I appreciate you coming through. Man, I really appreciate that story, bro. And and once again, I'm so glad that you was able to talk about the COVID thing. I think that's been a common thing I've been hearing, especially with newer entrepreneurs. COVID kind of, it forced you to, COVID did one or two things. Either broke you or birthed something that was in you.
Yeah, definitely.
You know
I mean, we heard about a lot of scamming and stuff like that, but
even the scammers came out the closet.
Yeah, the scammers definitely came out the closet, but it really just showed people. I think it really showed people that owning a business is not that difficult.
Right.
This is something that you can do.
Right.
Start one, even though some people started with bad intentions. It shows some people that you can start one and do it legit. Yeah.
And listen, we're not saying quit your job and nobody ever supposed to work. If you work and you like what you do, you continue to do it. Nobody's against that. But we definitely preaching over here multiple streams of income. Everybody can't own Walmart. Everybody can't own Amazon. But everybody can have a job and own a rental property. Everybody can have a job and have a vending machine, whatever it is. That's what we preaching. So once again, thank you for coming through, sharing your story with us, bro. And listen, I hope everybody out there tuned in. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you got something out of it. If you ever need the services, they're going to be right here at the bottom of the screen. And listen, man, y'all know we'll be back next week right here on the Servant Reel here on ServantKing TV.